The Ash, Luttsy and Nikki Osborne podcast.
Monday Sports Report. Brought to you by Tough and Fresh.
Sports Report, is it?
Yeah, I think so. I think that's
What do you want to start
It'll
with?
change every week. Well,
Does it?
What a tough, just Reece Walsh. Oh. He wore some contact yesterday. The way he got folded at one point, and he just, that would have put anyone else down, and he just gets back up. You knew he was in pain. You saw him getting strapped up, in the first couple of minutes of the game. That knee's not good.
You saw him in the warm-up.
Yeah.
In the warm-up, he was struggling to get through the warm-up. He's so tough.
Yeah.
I was like, after Ponga's performance in that first Origin, I thought there was a chance. I know they're reluctant to change a winning team, but I don't think Ponga's shown a lot this Origin series.
No.
He's played great Origins for us in the past, but I thought there was a chance that Billy could move him. I don't know if you put him on the bench or what you do, but bring Walsh in.
Yeah.
But I don't think Reece is 100% fit.
No,
he's
not.
nowhere near 100% fit, and I just don't think that
Can't pick that in Origin.
he can come into contention.
And he needs that creativity in the halves to let him just play his own game without feeling like he has to, pretty much run the entire side. It's still, at his age, it's just still too much responsibility for him. He's his best. He's his best when Adam Reynolds is playing his best for the Broncos.
Yeah.
When there's creativity there, and he can move around and finish the job rather than have to take it on first and sixth.
Or when there's structure there.
Yeah.
Which Reynolds brings is that. But you could see yesterday there were so many times that Reece would get the ball and he'd want to put the foot down straight away. You know how he's just got that, they call him grease lightning, off that sort of just straight off the
Mark.
off the mark speed, yeah.
Not there.
He doesn't have that at the moment just because he's carrying this knee.
The brilliance is still there. That line break wasn't the 70th minute. That's when fatigue had set in, then he could sort of get through. But yeah, it looked like that whole first half. I was wondering, from my viewpoint, and Mitch, you were down sideline, Luttsy, there on level 4.
Yep.
I mean, it wasn't a lack of creativity, but now I'm starting to put together, it was more just wasn't willing to make those breaks because he just didn't have the confidence in his body to do it.
Yep.
It looks like stunted coming in, but geez, when you fired up the group chat, Ash, I was like quick response then, but then as the comeback started, and knowing your superstitions, I have them as well. I just went, I'm not gonna. All I could do was just react to your let's go post because I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
I just refused to go. If I write anything, the game's over.
Jinx it.
Yeah,
right.
I'm a grown man, I think, and yeah, I still absolutely abide by that.
Hey, when you look at the top 8 now, so you've got Bulldogs, Raiders, Storm, Warriors. Okay? They're 6 points clear. The Warriors on 24 are 6 points clear of the Broncos, who are in 5th place.
And you think they were expected to win that with all the uproar about Penrith. They were going to be without their Origin stars because of how unfair the draw was. Everyone thought that Penrith were going to lose that game.
Yeah.
Just to go over there and lose to the Warriors. Had the Warriors have won, had just even that extra distance between the top 4 and the next.
So we can't make top 4.
I don't reckon. I don't reckon we can make the top 4.
We're playing the Warriors this week, which is interesting. The way that it's we've jumped back into 5th and now we're taking on the 4th place team.
The Storm aren't going to capitulate. I can't see the Warriors
I think so.
capitulating either.
No,
really,
that top 4 seems like they're just far and away the better performers.
Okay, so my question was going to be, so the bottom 4 teams of the top 8, Broncos, Sharks, Roosters, Panthers at the moment, do you reckon that they will stay?
I think Panthers are going to keep. They're on the up and up.
Who that is not
That
in
was
the
some
8,
win.
who that is not in the 8, do you think will make the 8?
Maybe Manly. Maybe if they can get themselves together.
I think they've won some that maybe, but I think they've lost more that they should have won.
Oh yeah, no, they've been
the other
wildly
way around.
consistent.
I mean, the Dolphins, they put on. I know they were playing so-so teams. They put on 3 straight games where they scored 50 odd points or whatever.
Yeah, they proved they
That all
can score.
comes to a grinding halt when old Voodoo over here tips them, though, doesn't it? I'll bring an end to anyone's winning run. Mind you, they've had so many bad injuries, haven't they? But everybody has. Yeah, but they've had a tough run. I don't know what's going on with Flegler.
What's big on
It's
this week?
disaster for him.
Thursday night, the round kicks off. You've got Penrith and the Bulldogs. Like, that's a good clash. Like, top place and 8th place going head to head. They'll have their Origin stars
A lot
back
of New
on.
South Wales. So that plays
Yeah.
in New South Wales' hands a bit, having that Thursday. Because I think, I feel like Origin 2, there was a lot of players rattling around on a Monday game.
Yeah.
Remember that? Like,
Yep.
that was the last game of the round.
Yep.
Which would have stuffed with their sort of prep a little bit leading into Origin.
I can't
2.
imagine what that would be like getting the call on the Sunday night or even the Monday morning and saying, oh, by the way, you're on a plane tonight, but you've got to get through that Monday
Yeah,
afternoon
you've still got
game.
to play a game on Monday, haven't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, so
No, that was one of the Queenslanders as well. Kurt Mann had to play in that, ahead of making his debut. Like, what a great call that would have been from Billy.
Yeah.
You make it a debut, just don't go out there and bust yourself.
Penrith is at $14
To win the premiership.
To win the premiership.
It would be truly, truly incredible if they could, but they know how to get there now, and
Yeah.
I think we all celebrated their crap start to the year, but
I was in a real tough position where it was like, do I want to enjoy Penrith not going so well? But if I do that, it means that Jerome Luai is the missing link, and I don't know that I'm ready to say that.
You don't
That's
accept that.
I'm like, which one do I want to go for? But I think Penrith, they get to if it's top 8 and it stays the way that it is now, Penrith are in the 8. I think if you're playing them in a finals match, you're a bit worried.
you're worried.
Oh man, can you imagine?
Of course.
Like, and that could be our situation too. Could
Yep.
be we could be up against Penrith in round 1 of the finals, and you lose that, you pack your bags, son.
Yep.
It's the long walk home.
They build their belief further and further.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Like, who would want to play Penrith
Week 1 of the finals.
week 1 of the finals?
Home or away does not matter.
Mind you, do you know what I back Canberra? What odds I got for Canberra
For the
For
premiership.
what?
for the premiership?
You've backed Canberra for the premiership?
At the start of the year, I did.
Good form. What do you
Well,
what'd you
I
get?
just looked at my. It was
Jeez, the 20s.
I think a lot of people didn't even...
104 days ago, whatever that is.
Yeah.
No, sorry, that was when I got them. It was.
Because there would have been people...
Oh no, it's in 104 days. So I don't know
Okay.
when I put this bet on, but I got $41 for them.
Oh,
Wow.
$41.
but the voodoo curse will come in, so it's okay, guys.
Yeah. And they're in at $6.50 now, and so I got on them at $41, and then I got on them again at $15. I'm only telling you about the good ones because I backed the South Sydney Rabbitohs at 51,
It doesn't work if you back everyone.
and I backed Penrith at various times at $14, at $13, and at $9.
Penrith.
Yeah, and now they're at 14, so they haven't.
I've just got the Broncos at $23. But I had 50 on that.
Did ya?
And my cash out at the moment is $69.08.
Nice.
Okay, yeah. Well, they're in at $12.
If I was a pussy, I'd take that.
But you ain't no pussy.
Ain't a pussy.
Guess the premiership favourites are Melbourne
Yeah.
at $2.60. Now,
What?
who's touching that? Like $2.60 for the Melbourne Storm.
ridiculous.
Oh, they've got to win. They've got to win.
3 still?
Yeah. Like if you put a multi
That's crazy.
on
No
their
one's dominating that much.
Yeah, on them, they've still got to win 3 games straight when the finals start.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they're capable.
No, I know they're capable, but they're all capable.
$2.
Nick, like
40 though, or whatever
yeah,
it was. God.
like $2.60 for that.
Yeah.
What are the Warriors sitting at now?
The Warriors are at $11. See, I don't reckon that's good enough value, but I mean, they will get a top. Think about this, David. The Warriors will probably get a top 4 finish. There's every chance that they could get top 2. Imagine having to go over to Auckland week 1 of the finals. Now, if they win that, they'll be back in Auckland again.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
For the 3rd week, they'll get a week off.
Yeah.
And then that's a place in the GF.
The nation will go sick.
Well, that 2023 prelim,
Yeah.
it was Broncos v Warriors at Suncorp, but that's maybe the best atmosphere I've ever seen at a rugby league game. Like that was
Insane. That's
state of origin level, and the Warriors fans that came out to that game, I actually felt sorry because I love the Warriors,
I love
the Warriors fans. They're so good.
Yeah.
But it was just such a great celebration of them reaching that point. That in Auckland, like would Auckland
that's-
even be the best place to go? Like what would be the best?
Well, I mean, I'm just thinking rugby, but that's like Eden.
You having to go down
that's
to Eden.
Park vibes. Where's that? Where's Eden Park?
Where's
Where's
that
that?
at Christchurch?
Blues. Yeah.
Oh,
It's
is it?
Auckland.
Yeah, yeah.
So the House of Pain is Christchurch.
Yeah,
Is it?
that's
what I'm-
that's
yeah.
Crusaders. Yeah,
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of.
So, but anyway, it's that sort of level of atmosphere where you do not want to be playing there.
No.
No,
And they're the loveliest people in the world, but even
they're the best fans.
a normal game at Mount Smart Stadium, during the game, you still sort of sit on your hands a little bit. When we wore a Broncos jersey that time we went, you weren't throwing shade during the game.
No.
After the game, it was all cuzzy bro and fine.
Yeah.
But during the 80 minutes, I was shitting myself a little bit. But yeah, okay. The Warriors, eh?
Yeah, they just can't keep dropping home games though. If they do want to really consolidate that, like I said at the start of the year, that they pretty much have to win every home game to give themselves that real advantage. But yeah, they can't lose that fortress over there.
What about the Roosters?
Oh, jeez. Just ripped them apart yesterday. The poor old Cowboys.
Yeah.
And they've got a bye this week too, the Roosters, so that was a good win. And they're in 7th at the moment, but that'll take them up to 20
I
points.
put a line through them after round 1.
Yeah, well,
I ruled them out.
statistic with the Broncos put 50 in them, right? So that whole age-old thing, if you get 50 put on you, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
But geez, they bounced back. Yeah, they got the bye, and then the Sharks yesterday in 6th place. They sit and they're taking on Melbourne on Sunday in Melbourne.
Who's that? The Sharks?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I just,
God, it's such a big game for the Broncos this weekend.
I just can't believe that.
Huge game.
Where's that Broncos game?
Here.
Here,
Saturday,
3 p.m.
daytime
Saturday.
footy, yeah.
3 p.m.
That will be. There was,
What a mix, isn't it? Like I was in a Broncos chat, and like we're sitting there. It's 22-12 at halftime. And I thought, we just scored. I'm like, okay, at least we got a little bit of momentum going in halftime. They scored again after halftime.
when they were
really
man down.
have we got 3
Is that
tries?
when I sent my fuck me text message?
That was
Yes.
exactly when.
Like, have we got
me.
really 3 converted tries in us at this point? And like we had 4, which is great. But my mate afterwards said that he goes, why do we hate dry day games? Because like in the end, we just don't like playing during the day. But it must be specifically like if it gets a little bit wet, it's fine. Nighttime we love playing, but the Broncos we don't need the sun out. I don't think on Sunday
That's
afternoon.
2 in a row now. That's 2-day game wins in a row now. The Hooters. I'm not going to call it
I
yet.
want to keep breaking that hoodoo because I love that we have afternoon footy because like all the families that come along, the crowds are always bumped up a little bit.
40,000 in the house yesterday.
I can't believe it wasn't more than that. Like I did not see 12,500 or 13,000 spare seats in at Suncorp, but great atmosphere. It was awesome. But the Sharkies, I thought even if they do score another one, poor old Nico. I thought they were 4 points behind. I thought I don't know that unless they score right in front or right under the sticks. I don't know that he's got it in him to put aside that pressure and kick a goal that would have won him the game.
I can smell he was the weak link yesterday.
Oh, I know. I know he's the target all the time after they lose a game, but he just keeps copping it. And yeah, he was in the re-stepped around it, he put on his ass. Or actually, I think he had the misread. He got stepped around, I think, in the previous try. But where Reece set up Shibasaki for that final try that sealed the win. It was just a bad read by Nico. He fell for that dummy.
If Nathan Cleary is ruled out of the final Origin,
yes,
I know they're saying he's fit and all the rest of it, but if he was, who do you reckon's the next best halfback option for New South Wales?
I saw them asking Joey on 9, and they said, "Oh, is it Metcalf from the Warriors or Katoa from the Dolphins?"
Yeah, what
they
Joey
said if you
say?
had to pick your. Well, he liked the kicking game of Metcalf, and he said, but Katoa is just a freak. He said, but is he too young? Do you want to throw him in? All the pressure and blah, blah, blah. So I don't think he actually could end up making a choice between those two, but I don't know what else you do.
He'll get himself right.
And kind of
No, I know, but I reckon I reckon
tested.
I'd pick Katoa.
Yeah.
I think he's a gun.
He is a gun.
That could be one of the greatest signings ever.
Yeah.
That he's not just a good halfback. He's a great halfback. He's 21 years of age.
Yeah.
Had he even played first grade when they brought him to Redcliffe?
Oh, and he had. Oh,
He has to have exceeded expectations.
Yeah. I remember hearing about him when he's coming through the system. I was just told, just keep your eyes on this kid. He's going to be incredible.
I wonder when he comes off contract. You'd throw all the money in the world at him. Like if you were the Perth Bears or Port Moresby. And am I the only one that thinks that Port Moresby, they're being called the Angels? Did you see that?
That's all locked and loaded.
Is that locked and loaded?
No, one of the kids sent me something.
Is it Fuzzy Wuzzy Angels?
Is it the Fuzzy
that's
Wuzzy
what
Angels?
They were looking at that as a
I like
possible
that.
name.
Oh, mate, is that just a...
It's thrown around as a
It's
suggestion.
not locked in, right?
Yeah.
That'd be great.
I think that team's going to be a juggernaut.
Yeah.
I reckon that they'll build a big compound. that they'll all be safe as all hell in there. They'll only be able to focus on their footies. They're going to be earning twice as much as any other player because they're not paying tax.
Getting taxed.
Like, I'd go there in a heartbeat.
They're not going to pick you.
I'm sending it out there.
Yes.
And where's this tax-free thing? Like, by the way, does it go to the training staff? Like, if I got a job as
That's a good point.
if I got a job as an assistant coach,
Well, I think it did. I think it is.
you'd have to.
You couldn't limit it
You'd have to.
because yeah.
Yeah, I hope so. Like,
Think
otherwise
think
we're
about not
Do you reckon
paying
we do a
tax.
trip up there?
Hey?
We could do a trip up
Certainly
there.
recon. Yeah.
yeah.
Up there? Yeah, for sure.
Good game.
Yeah.
Be an experience.
It'll be like one of those bucket list things. Like when the Bronx go up there, you're gonna go, come on, we gotta go.
Yeah.
We gotta go to Moresby for the weekend, check this out.
Alfie in
You
corporate
know?
travel.
Hit
Take
the
you
big,
across.
have a big dinner at the Big Rooster.
Yeah,
Remember that?
Big Rooster, that's
Big
right.
Rooster? Yeah, Big Rooster.
Big
they
Rooster,
still have
that's it, yeah.
Big Rooster.
Big Rooster used to be
Red Rooster.
Red Rooster used to be Big Rooster.
Yeah.
But up in Moresby, it's still Big Rooster.
I think-
it was
well, I think
it was like
Fiji
being
as well,
placed back
yeah.
in 1980. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I remember the Fijian, like the Drua, the Super Rugby team, still was sponsoring them even a couple of years ago.
Big Rooster.
Big Rooster, yeah. So I remember seeing it on the team reads when I was working for it. I was like, what the hell is Big Rooster? I don't care. I love this.
Yeah.
I love this.
Katoa, no, he's been signed with the Dolphins since 2023, had never played first grade before then. He's had 59 games. Just looking, he's had 7 games for Tonga, but at 21, you think he's got that halfback spot like locked up, surely planned for...
Does it say when his contract ends?
I haven't got that in front of me.
You would not want to let him go to the open market. He's $1 million player every day. He's $1 million plus. Like if he came on the market now, I reckon there'd be teams offering. If they're offering Dylan Brown $1.4 million a year for 10 years, imagine that, Luttsy. Imagine if you were worth a fortune. Would you pay Dylan? What's his name?
Alcott.
Dylan
Brown.
Dylan Brown.
Yeah.
$1.4 million to go and play rugby league a year, and for 10 years straight.
Ridiculous.
You're setting aside $14 million for the services of Dylan.
I wouldn't. I know that much.
He's
Dylan
currently
Brown.
signed
Yeah.
until the end of 2028.
Okay, so he can't negotiate until end of
in
27.
And they reckon his 2028 contract will be worth $650,000.
Oh,
Okay.
man.
At the moment, he's on he's obviously just
That
re-signed.
is so unders.
This year, his contract for 2025 $275, but then it jumps up into the sixes.
He's
from
on
next year.
275 this year.
Yeah, but it jumps up
Oh
into
my
the
God.
sixes from next year. 650 for 26, 27, 28.
All right, so Perth would come in
he could-
27?
Yeah,
that
Perth
what-
comes
is
in
that right?
27.
Yeah.
27,
So they won't be able to have a crack at him.
No,
or
or-
unless they did, and they try and they break the contract like they did with Lachlan
Galvin,
Galvin. But you think about
tear
that
him up
for,
year 2.
for Katoa, if he's only on 275 a year, he could legitimately be earning over $1 million more to be doing the exact same thing.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It's nuts.
That doesn't make sense.
Like you can see why they want to break contracts. Hey, like what?
Well,
Why?
they're locked in as kids, and then all of a sudden, yeah, you just take off. I just think about the agents. Their cut of it. Whew,
Yeah.
You imagine negotiating that deal? Imagine being the one who negotiated the Dylan Brown deal.
do the agents get? I think it's 6% that they get. The agents.
Is it?
I think it's 6%. So what? Every mil would be worth 60 grand. Is that all?
Trying to do quick maths here. Let's, for the sake of it, let's say yes.
Yeah. Because every
60
100 grand
grand, yeah.
would be 6 grand. So every mil that you bring in, you're earning 60.
Yeah.
Shows we're all stuffed around tax time.
Yeah.
So on that Dylan Brown deal, the agent would be earning $84,000 a year for the next 10 years.
Just off him.
Just off
One
Dylan
player,
Brown. Yeah.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
That's insane.
I'm pretty sure it's 6%.
You got 20 or 30 players.
You know, you got to come out with a statement every now and then that one of them, you know, does something, whatever.
Have you boys ever thought about dabbling in that space? Did that ever cross your minds at some point? I think
Not me. He's already he's
I've done
he's
it a
entering
little
it,
bit,
but
not on the rugby league level.
no, not on league, but
Athletics and things like that. But yeah, I'm not very good at it.
Luttsy ends up getting free Oakleys for himself. and he gets the athlete, the Oakleys.
If you want to sponsor,
he gets the Oakleys at half price for
if
the
you want to
athlete.
sponsor Lockie Kennedy, though, come at me, guys. It's cheaper than Gat for some reason.
The Ash, Luttsy and Nikki Osborne podcast.